So guys, a petition to release Nnamdi Kanu has been received by Tinubu, and this petition comes after Nnamdi Kanu's application to the Supreme Court, urging the Supreme Court to stop Omotosho from carrying out a judgment on him on the 20th of this very month. Welcome to this YouTube channel. In case you're new to this YouTube channel, kindly hit the subscribe bell below, because in this channel, I bring you everything that is trending and everything you need to know regarding Nnamdi Kanu. So I'm going to be displaying that very petition here, and that very petition was sent by some lawmakers. But before then, there are two trending videos I'll be displaying here for you guys. The second video will be very, very important for you to watch, because you need to see how these people are segregating the Igbos in this very country. This is the same thing Nnamdi Kanu has been clamoring about, and I'll be showing you that very video. So you're going to watch and also listen to what he actually said in this very video about the Igbos, because in this very country, enough is enough. Because Nnamdi Kanu is innocent. Nnamdi Kanu has committed no crime. All he did was to ask for the freedom of his people, but yet they are torturing Nnamdi Kanu for no just cause. Without wasting much of time, I will allow you to watch these videos as they roll out. But the second video will be very, very vital for you to watch.
I wondered why Nnamdi Kanu's name refuses to disappear, no matter how long he has been held, silenced, or cut off from the public. It is because the real power he carries is not just a voice. It is the way he controls information and shapes conversation before he even knows what is happening. Nnamdi Kanu's biggest strength is not just the powerful way he talks. It is how he understands people and controls information. While the usually takes time to release statements, Kanu speaks quickly, clearly, and directly to the people. He knows that if you reach people first, they will believe you more than the official story. He built a system where his message travels faster than any other person's announcement. That is why whenever something happens, people hear Nnamdi Kanu's angle before they hear the official version. He used the radio, social media, and diaspora communities to make sure his message moved like fire. It was not luck. He planned it carefully. Because of this, even when he was arrested, his message did not stop. The communication structure he built kept moving. His supporters still repeat his teachings because he created a strong connection with them. They feel he explains things to them in a way other people never do. That emotional bond is part of why his influence remains strong today. Kanu did not just lead people. He created a communication machine that made people trust him more than any other persons on earth. And that is why his name still carries weight. Remember, I will keep on updating you, giving you food for thought concerning Biafra and Nnamdi Kanu.
Guys, it all said, allegedly, I heard that the Federal High Court judge, Omotosho, somebody, that is handling the case of Nnamdi Kanu, I don't hear say the man is set to resign from that very particular case. What is the reason? Say so many lawmakers from around the world have contacted him, telling him that he should not pass judgment on that very case because Nigeria went to Kenya illegally and brought Nnamdi Kanu to the country. Said Nigeria have no, they say na jurisdiction have been awaiting to pass judgment on that very matter, that if he do it, that the thing will affect his integrity as a man and as a judge in Nigeria. So I heard it. Guys, we can verify whether this very particular news, whether it is true or not.
Igbos, they are tired of this world called Nigeria. Hausa is not the problem, but the Igbos, Any Igbo can go against it. You can lambast me. You can insult me. It's not my business. It gives me courage. It gives me more glory and blessing. Your insult. Igbo, they are the problems of this country. They are desperate of power. They want to rule Nigeria at all costs. And I've not seen them ruling Nigeria, even in coming dispensation. Let them bring, when 10 trillion will come out. Igbos, they are betrayal of themselves. Igbo cannot control Nigeria. Let's be realistic. Let's be honest with ourselves. But they don't understand. Instead of them to seek wisdom, they are flexing muscle. And that's not the answer. That's what Tinubu does not even know. Obasanjo, who is advocating for them, they are the one who spoil it. All these Obasanjo, Yakubu Gowon, who are they? Many of them. So Obasanjo wants to make an amendment now, when it's too late. Tell him about to go and sleep. We can't make any amendments. Igbo, there is an error at the beginning. A course is on you. If you don't reverse that course, Igbo, you can't be president of anything in Nigeria. Note and underline wisdom, understanding, knowledge. That's
You can imagine what this man is saying. His name is Primate Ayodele. You can imagine the rubbish he's spitting out with his mouth. And this is what Nnamdi Kanu has been talking about. Well, watch this other video.
The next thing is that you said that Igbos betray each other. Is there any is there any tribe that does not betray each other? There's no tribe, no race. Who betrayed Awolowo? Who said my hands are tied? What happened between Akintola and Awolowo? You just open your mouth and you vomit nonsense in the name of prophecy. Primate, what you did is irresponsible, is unpatriotic, is unspiritual.
Are you aware that Nnamdi Kanu was once advocating and fighting for one Nigeria? This man even carried out a protest in London, protesting against terrorism in Nigeria and piping of Christians and Muslims, which has been happening in Nigeria for a very long time. And he was even open and ready for peace, to work with Nigerian government to restore peace, for Nigerians to continue living in peace. But since this could not work, he decided to start fighting for his own people. Listen to what this man said while protesting in the UK, while fighting for one Nigeria. Listen.
To send a clear message to the Nigerian government through the High Commissioner that what is happening in the country is unacceptable and we cannot accept it. If that continues, it will lead to the violent disintegration of the country. Everybody who loves Nigeria, who is associated with that country, to please prevail upon terrorism in Nigeria so we can bring it to an end. That is why a multitude of Nigerians are gathered here today. Those of us in the UK are determined to work with the government for peace. We are determined to work with the international community for peace. But it is imperative that everybody who has the interest of the country at heart acts now and immediately to stop this nonsense from continuing.
This is similar to a case where you are in a boat with your siblings, with your brothers and sisters, and you discover that that boat developed a fault, a very simple fault that needs a simple fix. And you call your siblings to come so that they can fix that boat so that the boat will not sink. But your siblings could not listen to you. And you know that your wife and children are also in that boat. You watching this video, what will you do if you are in that position?
So guys, according to The Guardian, Abia Assembly writes Tinubu seeks Kanu's unconditional release. And I'll be reading out that very petition in details. The Abia State House of Assembly has formally written to President Bola Tinubu to appeal for the unconditional release of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu. The appeal follows a resolution passed by the House on November 10, describing Kanu's prolonged detention as a matter of urgent public importance. Meanwhile, Kanu has filed a 50 billion lawsuit against the Nigerian Medical Association (NMA) for allegedly submitting a false medical report in his terrorism trial at the Federal High Court in Abuja. The Abia Assembly resolution, moved by the Deputy Speaker Austin Merejini (Umuahia East State Constituency), urged Tinubu to invoke Section 174 of C of the Constitution, which empowers the Attorney General of the Federation to enter a nolle, prosecute, and terminate criminal proceedings before judgment is delivered. The House also cited the recent presidential pardon granted by Tinubu as a precedent for compassionate intervention. In the open letter to the president, the 24-member House highlighted Kanu's detention history, noting that he was first arrested in 2015 and detained for over 2 years before being granted bail. Kanu later fled Nigeria following a military invasion of his home, which reportedly resulted in multiple deaths. In 2021, he was transferred from Kenya to Nigeria, an act the House described as a violation of his rights and international law. The letter appealed to Tinubu to consider Kanu's release as a gesture of goodwill, stressing that it could contribute to peace, stability, and national reconciliation in the Southeast. The House described the release as a constructive political measure that aligned with the president's vision for a united and prosperous Nigeria. The open letter was signed by all 24 members of the Assembly, including the Speaker. Kanu, in his fresh suit as the Federal High Court Territory FCT High Court Abuja, also sought an order compelling the NMA to conduct a proper independent medical examination of him by competent specialists not connected with the defendants in the instant suits. Well, last week, Nnamdi Kanu approached the Supreme Court, telling the Supreme Court that the Omotosho has no jurisdiction to try him, telling the Supreme Court that he has no case to answer, telling the Supreme Court that Omotosho wants to execute a judgment on him when it is not due, and Nnamdi Kanu gave reasons why the Supreme Court shouldn't let that very judgment to hold on the 20th of November. And few days after Nnamdi Kanu approached the Supreme Court, the Abia lawmaker has sent a petition that Nnamdi Kanu should be released unconditionally. At this point, I'll let you guys tell me what you feel about this in the comment section below. Do well to like this video, share this video, and hit the subscribe button below for more trending updates.